I get an email from this jackass telling me, you know, you can contact as many brokers as you like, but we're not going to pay $2,400 for this load. So I had an interesting day today online. I'll start at the beginning. Yesterday morning, I sent an email to this broker with C.H. Robinson, and I was making an inquiry about a load that he had on their board. And he wrote me back, gave me the rate. I went back to him with, you know, that's pretty well below what the 15-day average is on the DAT board. And I mean, it was pretty significant amount lower than what the 15-day average is on the DAT board. And so I made him an offer to take the load for $200 less than what the low range is for that lane on the DAT board. And my reason for doing that was it would get me back close to home. You know, I have a load that I pick up Monday going out to McQueen, Texas. And I typically don't go to Texas, but the broker that's handling this load, he's a local guy. I know him. I've done business with him a few times in the past. And, you know, just because he's a local guy, you know, trying to help him out, and he'll help me out, you know, down the road as well. And so I was willing to take a bit of a loss on the load, you know, coming back, just to be able to kind of get back in my region that I enjoy running. And then this guy never wrote me back. He said, I will submit your offer. Never heard a peep out of him after that. 24 hours, I didn't hear a peep. So I went to a couple of other guys that I know within C.H. Robinson and asked them about it. Well, then I get an email from this jackass telling me, you know, you can contact as many brokers as you like, but we're not going to pay $2,400 for this load. There's a better way to do that. And then he follows that up whenever I write him back and tell him, well, you know, I contacted these other brokers because I never heard another peep out of you. And for all intents and purposes, I had pretty much determined that you were just blowing me off, you know, and just ignoring me. So I sent him that back. Then he writes me back telling me how this load just is not a fit for my business, and it was just a very blunt, very insulting email. I'm also sending it to the head of HR for C.H. Robinson because I'd like for her to be aware of who's representing her company. He wants to be a jackass to me. That's fine. You know, there was a better way to handle things. I could just ignore it, let it go. But then it's not going to get his attention, I don't think. And he's just going to keep talking to drivers and treating drivers the way that he was treating me. You know, we're all out here not just to earn a living, but we're out here to run a profitable business. And all he had to say is, look, I know that it's below the average, but we just don't have enough money built in on this particular load to be able to work with what the average is for that lane. We're going to find someone to take this load for below average, and I would have been perfectly fine with that. All he had to do was just be straight up with it. You don't have to basically give me the finger through an email. That's completely unprofessional and unnecessary. But that's neither here nor there. Most of the brokers that I deal with, I get along with just fine, and I have no problems at all with them. But every once in a while, there's one that you come across and they have this holier than thou attitude. They're not making enough commission off of the load for them to give you your rate, blah, blah, blah. So, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing or the wrong thing by putting that on the site. And I don't know if I'm doing the right thing or the wrong thing by putting it in this video. But I'll tell you this, I think that I'm doing the necessary thing to let it be known that, you don't have to handle things in such a manner. You can handle things in a lot better manner than what he did. And my own opinion, is strictly my opinion, business is mostly about relationships. Those relationships, and it's true in your personal relationships as well. The quality of my relationships with people, regardless of the type of relationship, the quality of my relationships, all of them, hinge entirely on the quality and the level of my communication. If I stop speaking to my wife, I'm going to create a problem, and she'll provide a solution to the problem, but it won't be one that I'm going to like. And that ain't cool. Hello, trooper. But if there's something that is bothering you, if there's a problem, whatever, you have to communicate with those that you're working with, or your clients, or whoever. You can't just blow them off and be done with it. You can't just ignore them, because that's going to reflect on you. It's going to reflect on your company, and you get enough of those, and people aren't going to want to deal with you. So anyway, that's my rant for today, and I hope that none of you ever have to deal with someone like that. But if you have, please share it in the comments below. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, please click the little subscribe button over there and click on that bell to be alerted for whenever I put any kind of video online. But anyway, that's it for today. I've said my piece. I've created a stink. So have a good day, and everybody be careful out there.